Okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another wonderful, fun episode of the Daenerys newsletter. I'm joined by Andrina Grinberg, my good friend, one of my best friends now, and we're going to take you through everything that's happening during the week around the Jewish world and our newsletter. And we're also going to meet Josh Belifante, who's an incredible film director who's with us here as well. He's got a screening next Wednesday, the 9th of February at Randwick Ritz, but his film is also on SBS On Demand. It's won loads of awards. It's very exciting. It's called The World's Best Film, so it's got a lot to live up for, too. But first, Andrina, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Very excited to talk
Great.
to Josh and hear his story,
Yeah,
obviously.
busy weeks, and it's great to be able to kind of step away and get into a bit of culture with you guys. In the newsletter this week, we do look at a little bit at one of my favorite rock and roll artists, Nick Cave. Now, although he's not Jewish, he's a huge Israel fan and he's a big supporter. And we look at his red hand files, which are the magical exchanges that he has between him and his fans. They're really funny and they're really deep and meaningful. They're wonderful. We also look, of course, at Josh's film and the world's best kids' Jewish films, but we'll get into that in a sec. And we also look back at Holocaust Remembrance Day, which has just happened. And there's also a cool little article about vintage Israeli posters. You can have a little glean at that. But first, let's get to food. I mean, it's lunchtime while we're shooting this, but I'm really hungry. So what's happening this week?
There is a lot happening this week on Addie's table. We are going to my two favorite sisters in America, Vicky and Ruth of May I Have That Recipe. And we are looking at the most humble little eggplant. The girls have concocted 11 different recipes, which eggplant is the star of the show. And if you weren't a fan of eggplant before this week's 30th newsletter, may I add, you will be by the time you finished in the food section. Also, we have a very amazing list of mocktails. If, like me, you're trying to tone it all down after the last few months of partying. And there are some really quite delicious mocktails on there that not only taste delicious, they have health benefits as well. So let's do a Feb Fast together. So this week's food content is delicious. Try out those eggplant recipes and knock a few mocktails back in the meantime. Ilan.
Yum. That sounds fantastic. Yeah, I love those guys. May I have that recipe? They're fantastic over there. You featured them before, so that's really great. Okay, well, I'm hungry again still. And well, it's probably time to say hi to our friend Josh Belifante. Josh, welcome to Daenerys.com. It's wonderful to
Thank you so
have a
much.
film director on here. We love anyone like you who brings great stories. So how are you?
Doing well. Thanks so much for having me.
Great. Now, you've got an incredible story and you've got a film to back it up, a film that's been around the world at big festivals and a film that tells, a really important story. But first, I just want to ask you really quickly, what's your favorite Jewishy film or
Oh my
director? Just fill
goodness.
us in. Yeah, where do you go for Jewish content?
Yeah, so many amazing films to think about. My mind immediately goes to films like Son of Saul, Schindler's List, the super heavy stuff. First, it's also very topical, Holocaust Remembrance Week and everything like that. And then I also think of, more like offbeat, quirky films by the Coen brothers or something by Polanski or, An American Pickle was a recent film I saw with my mom, which was quite silly and fun. Yeah.
Great. We'll talk about pickles. You do have a bit of a pickle story that involves your mum. Is that right?
I do. Well, yeah, we watched American Pickle and my mum was searching the internet for pickling recipes during the lockdown because obviously what else do you do but pickle things? She stumbled upon a recipe on Daenerys and she made these pickles and we ate them after several weeks of pickling and they were spicy and delicious. And I now think we should go into the pickle trade.
There literally is a pickle for every day of the week, Josh. I'm very excited to hear that your mum was able to find that recipe. I would tell your mum, or when she reads the newsletter, she'll see this, to try the deep fried pickles because they are next level deliciousness, especially when you're watching a movie or sitting down for work, whatever you're doing, but you must try the deep fried pickles, which I think was around the Hanukkah newsletter around that time. But yeah, yum, yum, yum. And hi, Mum.
Hi, Mum. Did you hear that, Mum? We've got to try the deep fried pickles. So, yeah.
Try the deep fried pickles.
Great.
Beautiful.
So it sounds delish. That's a good pickle story. Talking about stories, you know, the lead up to the making of your film was quite a serious one, and then you embarked on quite a journey.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely been a multifaceted journey. Growing up, I always wanted to be a filmmaker as a kid, and somewhere along the line, like a lot of kids from Jewish families, you're told, you've got to go do something noble to put bread on the table, kind of thing. So I studied to become a solicitor, which I enjoyed, but it wasn't maybe the thing that was my childhood dream necessarily. And one day, while in a law class, I received a phone call that would change my life. I was told that I had a rather large tumor between my lungs and heart, and I needed to go to the hospital. And in those moments where you're talking to so many different doctors and physicians and scientists, you're just thinking, what am I doing with my life right now? And my mind started to wonder, if I get out of this, what am I going to do? And it went to, I want to tell stories. Obviously, I would be really upset leaving my family and friends behind. But I realized, if I got out of this, I want to make the world's best film that I can. I want to travel the world and find as many amazing individuals pursuing their dreams as I can.
Amazing.
I'm sorry about that. So yeah, and it took you all around the world. And from what I gather, from what I've seen, I've only seen the trailer. I'm so excited. I'm definitely going to come on Wednesday night. But there were some really, really eccentric situations that you got yourself in, and people that you met. Yeah, maybe fill us in on a couple.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was made in just a way of just showing up in a country and asking questions, going, "Who's doing something exceptional here?" And I met someone in Thailand who runs a cab where he's basically a 7-Eleven taxi where everything is free. Or it was going to Romania and meeting someone who is this stunning former priest who actually became a tailor. And then it was also meeting and sharing the story of people close to me in my own life. One of my friend's grandparents, who's a Holocaust survivor, has a really, really fun, quirky story to tell. Which I'm so happy that we were able to basically document. So we talked to everyone from the world's best town planner to the world's best griller of bananas. So there's something in there for everyone.
Yeah,
Amazing.
It sounds
I'm
like
looking forward.
A fantastic human interest piece. That it's exactly what we love here at Danira.com. It's crazy to have you here, and we're really happy. Andrina, are you keen to go to Randwick next week?
Look, it's a date. I'm free actually on Wednesday night, but I could actually sit here and listen and talk to Josh all day, because I think you must have so many amazing stories, and I'm actually really quite excited to watch the movie. So kol hakavod on such an amazing thing, and just I'm so glad that you're sitting here in front of us and sharing this beautiful dream that you made come true. So well done.
Thank you so much, Andrina, and thank you so much for just allowing me to talk to you guys today and being part of this little community. It's really beautiful.
Oh, it's quite big. It's quite big, the Danira.com community. You're going worldwide, baby. Worldwide.
Yeah. It's lovely.
It's really exciting to have you. And, your film has been to many festivals. It's on SBS On Demand. But, yes, let's just talk quickly about Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. at Randwick. What's happening there? Like, why should people go there? Why shouldn't I just sit on my couch?
Well, there'll be obviously some food and drinks. There'll be a Q&A, and people will also receive a limited edition artwork from Australian artist Ben Mitchell. And you'll just be part of an amazing community around a film. I'm hoping to just keep making great, amazing stories. And I'd love to meet you and find out what you might think you might be the world's best at. So come along and tell me.
Pickles.
Well, perhaps pickles. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Maybe you should set up a deep fried pickles stand.
Oh, that's genius.
Genius.
Okay.
Next premiere.
Let's wrap this up, guys. It's been really, really fun. I hope everyone out there is having a really good week. And we really do hope that what we are offering you guys in the newsletter and indeed on the website at Danira.com is something that fills your world with warmth and just something to think about and something to enjoy, because there is so much fantastic content out there that Jews and non-Jews are creating as well, that just have interest and that opens all of our hearts. So from me, Andrina and Josh, wishing you guys all a beautiful week ahead, and welcome back and welcome home.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.